Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Zabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. I'm Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And of course, Saahir.
Yay!
Saahir, our time with you is getting near the end.
No.
Well, I mean, we still have a couple weeks left, but I mean, like, you know, you're going to be going off to college soon and being a big kid.
It's crazy. I feel like I just started, but I guess that was like we were breaking down the manuscript. That was my first episode.
Yeah.
Now we're on, like
Okay.
a whole new album. And you know what? I won't be here, but I'm still creeping, and I will be on like all of the platforms. Hopefully I'll still be doing the socials.
Sure.
So I'll still be a presence.
Yeah.
Yay.
How do you feel being here during such a monumental time in the podcast that we're getting into Evermore?
I can't believe that this is happening. Like, all of the listeners, I just want you to know I'm on the same page as y'all. Like, I was waiting for the day that I would get the text that it's time for Evermore. So this week when I came in, also I'm so happy I didn't have to rank, because that would have been the hardest thing. But I'm so excited to like actually break down, because these songs are so like lyrically rich that as like a like my entire nerd being is coming out, because I love looking at lyrics and really like breaking down what exactly she's saying and realizing that the fictional stories that she was selling us back in 2020 are actually very much like parallels to her life, and I love finding those. So I'm pumped for this album.
I felt like, you know, because we've been wanting to get into Evermore, and our listeners have been asking about it like daily at this point. But I felt like I was giving Saahir like inside info when I texted him, and I was like, "Hey, we're recording this weekend, starting Evermore."
I felt like I was getting insider info. I was like, am I supposed to know this?
Is this what Taylor Swift feels like?
Oh, no, there was a leak. Someone leaked that the 13 podcast was starting Evermore. Who was it?
I would never.
It was probably Amy on that cruise. She's running around telling the whole cruise.
Y'all are ridiculous.
Amy got off her cruise, and like TMZ caught her, and she's like, "She's back from her cruise. It's time for Evermore."
Amy, did you get the drink package?
Oh my
On the
gosh,
cruise?
guys.
Champagne, at least.
No cruise.
No cruise.
But you did go on a cruise once.
I did. That was last year. No, it was Father's Day weekend, and I wasn't in town.
That's okay.
It's okay. You can say you were on a cruise. It's fine.
So yes, the wait is over. We are officially starting our breakdown of Evermore, and we have to start with track number 1, Willow. Willow was written by Taylor Swift and Aaron Dessner. And it's a really great first song. It really sets the tone for this album. So Taylor had just posted, if we go back to 2020, the night before, Taylor posted saying, "Surprise, we got a new album. It's a sister album to Evermore." And then the first thing we hear is Willow. And it's clear that this is a sister album. It's the same vibe, the same tone, clearly the same writers and collaborators that she was working with on the previous album. And so, like, you know, okay, we're in for another ride. We loved Folklore, so now we feel safe and comfortable when we know that we're going to get into a really nice rhythm here with Evermore.
And she released the music video that night as well.
And it's such a pretty music video, too. It's dark, but it's really pretty and, like, cinematically very nice.
Very, very beautiful. And I think she had said that there are parts of the music video that reference folklore. There's like a mirror ball reference. There's a Seven reference in there with like the kids. Like, it's just, there's like different references, which I think is a beautiful way to, like, yes, she said it was a sister album, but to like very directly reference a previous album, I think is just like really, really cool.
And to undertake this kind of project when we were in lockdown. I mean, we were in the thick of COVID, and she's making big cinematic music videos.
And I think she had said that it was like she did her own like hair and makeup.
Yes.
The like photographer that she had worked with for like the album cover, it was like just a photographer, like didn't have any like team with her, you know, like really, really kept it like the least amount of people possible, because we were being told to stay away from one another at at that point in time. She hinted at this song title twice during the folklore era. The first time was the framed willow tree photo in that Instagram post where she's sitting on the couch. And the second one was a subtle reference. There was a tweet from Rolling Stone where they had posted their list of the best albums of 2020, and folklore was on that list. So Taylor reposted it, and she put, "Cries in cottagecore, screams in soft lullabies, throws self to the base of a willow tree by reflection pool at midnight. Thank you, Rolling Stone." So that was like, I mean, she used the word willow there, and that was an Easter egg, which is really cute.
So funny. I love that. Also, during an interview for Apple Music Awards 2020, Taylor did reveal that she purposefully chose Willow as the starting track for Evermore because she thought that the music that Aaron Dessner had written felt witchy and magical.
Yes.
Both of those are in quotations, witchy and magical. And that was a great vibe to set for the album.
I love it.
You know, people who were not Swifties had a real problem with Taylor being witchy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And Nick, you know, there were many mixes of this song. And someone said the Elvira mix, which, Nick, it was you. It was ridiculous. Y'all were all mad about how many mixes we got.
There were
a lot.
a ton of remixes to the song.
You have to admit it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was like, because, you know, as Swifties, we're always starving and begging for more. It's like, oh, we got something new. Taylor posted something. Oh, it's a remix.
There was like 5 remixes.
The third remix.
I forgot about that. That was funny. Getting all the Willow remixes was comedic at a certain point.
Also, back to the witching comments, it was funny doing my research today, seeing comments from 5 years ago, people on Reddit, like Spooky Drizzle said, "Can we confirm Taylor is a witch?" And someone else commented, "Yes." I was like, finally, she did it. She became a witch. I've been waiting for that ever since I did something bad. So, I mean, the witchy rumors have been around for a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah. There's people that like legitimately think that she's a witch.
Yeah, like the demon dances during the Eras tour. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Like casting a spell. Like, legit.
For sure.
It's ridiculous. There was one time that I think like some like AI like Facebook thing posted something about like Taylor's a witch and Travis Kelce is like part of like her coven, like all this stuff, like something so absolutely ridiculous. Travis Kelce's like dad like commented on it or something saying like, haha, love this, or like something along those lines, but like he like addressed it, and I just thought that was so funny. Question for the room, because I know that this is a controversial thing to discuss when it comes to this album, but what season is Evermore?
I want to say autumn, but I know it came out in winter. Well, I guess it was a few days before winter.
It's autumn leading into winter.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a fall winter, because even in like the Zane Lowe interview, she was like, folklore, I wanted it to be very spring and summer, and Evermore was made to like fill in the gaps in terms of seasonal like vibes.
I don't know. I think it's summer. I think you listen to this right after Cruel Summer, and it's just like such a bop.
You go straight from Cruel Summer to Champagne Problems.
Yeah, I mean, they're so closely related.
Yeah, because then you have Tis the Damn Season is what makes it like winter-y-esque.
Yeah.
But I asked because when the music video came out and Taylor was in the like YouTube chat for the video, like right before it premiered, she said, "You've seen my co-star in the video somewhere else." From this music video, she said, "One scene represents how I feel about fame," which I have to assume is the part where she's kind of like in that like box thing. And then she said, "There's a scene to represent each season throughout the journey of the video," which I also thought that's interesting that she did that in the music video. Not that she knew that it would be like such a topic of conversation that we argue which album is for which season. Because I have seen like the seasonal like clock and people putting like which album goes where. But I think that's also just like a really beautiful part of the music video. Yeah.
Or she's a witch and she did know that we were all going to talk about what season it was.
So true. So true. Also, just in the Zane Lowe interview, just before we really dive into the music, I thought it would be good to highlight that she had said one of the main themes throughout folklore was conflict resolution, trying to figure out how to get through something with someone or making confessions or trying to tell them something, trying to communicate with them. Evermore deals a lot in endings of all sorts, shapes, and sizes, all the kinds of ways that we can end a relationship, a friendship, something toxic, and the pain that goes along with that and the phases of it.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I would love to know if it's now canon in my head that her and Joe were an on again, off again relationship,
Yeah, I kind of feel that as well.
because there's no way you like go through all of this in a pandemic where it's just the two of you and you like write all of this art and it's not affecting you personally. Either your personal life was affecting your art or the art is affecting your personal life, but I feel like you can't have one without the other.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, and she had said in the interview, like, you know, like in folklore, she realized that she could create these characters and these storylines and all of this. And then even with Evermore, the songwriting, she was like, I figured out that I could do that, but also tie in my own personal, like, take these characters and these stories, but it reflects how, like, I'm feeling. But it doesn't give as much, like, direct ammo to, like, the press, you know? Like, oh, who's the song about? Like, whatever. So I think that kind of, like, ties in with that.
Yeah, and she's clearly very guarded about her personal life. So, yes, she does say, like, no, these are characters.
Yeah.
They're not real. But, man, when she releases her memoir in a couple decades from now, oh, my gosh, she reveals everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Do y'all want to get really nerdy about the background of Willow?
Yes.
So, after Folklore was released, she was working with Aaron Dessner and stuff, right? After they released that, Aaron had written an instrumental track that he called Westerly, which was named after Taylor Swift's Rhode Island home. After he sent it to her, an hour later, Taylor had written Willow. So he sent her this track that he had just kind of come up with, and then she just put some words to it. And this is Willow. It's the lead single, and it was when it was released, the song went #1, clearly, and then the album Evermore went #1 as well. And so this was received very well, the album and this song.
Yeah. She was also with what you said. So Willow debuting at #1 on the Hot 100. It's her 7th song to top the chart, and with that, she became the first artist to debut an album and a song on the Billboard 200 and 100 at #1
Twice, like in that year, because she had just done it with Folklore and with Cardigan. I would assume it would have been the lead single of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had no competition in the industry, right? Like nothing was happening.
Yeah, a lot of people were not releasing music at this point.
Yeah.
And then Taylor released this saying like, yeah, this is like a gift to the fans and stuff like that. Because you got to think other artists, if they're releasing like high energy, like Pitbull's probably not
Sure.
releasing music at this point.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
because it's not the time and place for it.
Yeah.
But like Taylor can create stuff that like fits the moment of what we're doing and experiencing right now.
I don't mean that to diminish
No,
diminish
yeah.
anything. I just like she used this time to really explore everything, and we benefited from it.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of stapled her as not just like a pop artist or a country artist, which she had done years prior, but like as truly just like an artist of it, like of her generation.
Yeah, people finally took her
know?
seriously. They
Yeah.
didn't before.
Correct.
Yeah, like a lot of her music you can listen to it at any time and place and stuff like that. But like with Folklore and Evermore, she's really reflecting the tone of the time. Maybe you don't relate exactly to the words that she's saying in this, but just like the feeling,
Yeah.
the vibe. That was the vibe during that time that we were all experiencing. And it's hard to think we're recording this. It was like 5 years ago. She released that like, oh, that was the vibe. That's what people were feeling at the moment.
Just really raw.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Should we start by looking at some of these wonderful lyrics?
Yes, please.
All right. Taylor Swift starts by saying, I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night.
Ooh, it's like you just like I have to go like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
You know?
agree.
Like I have to sway.
Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife.
So again, in the Apple interview that she did, she talked about how at the end of the album, she ends it with the lyrics, you know, when I'm shipwrecked, I thought of you. And so to know that that's how the album ends, and then it's the opening lyric is I'm like the water when your ship rolled in at night. It's important. It's like a very bookend of like
Yeah.
of the story that she's telling
Yeah.
in all of this. That being like the standard edition ending with Evermore, not
Yeah.
with It's Time to Go.
I love that. I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
But rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. She's trying to not give in to the desire and the want, but this person or thing was able to cut through her hard exterior like a knife, even though she's trying to not let someone in. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, she said Willow is about intrigue, desire, and the complexity that goes into wanting someone. I think it sounds like casting a spell to make somebody fall in love with you.
And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face. Lost in your current like a priceless wine.
So she's saying it's not easy, right? Like it's not simple. Like an open shut case is something that is simple and easy, but it's not, right?
What's the most expensive bottle of wine y'all have ever had? She says priceless wine.
It would be embarrassing to say.
Embarrassing? It's that much?
I'm frugal.
Oh,
to
yeah.
say I bought a $50 bottle of wine
yeah, no.
is not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I guess it'd have to be like, I don't know, wine that I drink at like somebody else's wedding or something,
Sure.
you know, like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I like wine a lot, but I don't spend a lot. I'm like Amy when it comes to that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, maybe $100. Maybe. And that would
Yeah.
probably be somewhere like when we were in Napa.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, sure.
It's not just
That's
like
important.
a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, that
you
is.
know, we're on a special trip or occasion or anniversary or something like
Yeah.
that. Lacey, I know you do like wine and you like going to fancy meals and stuff like that. Have you ever had a real pricey bottle of wine or anything?
I love going to nice dinners and stuff, but no, not really.
Oh, okay.
I'm not spending. I mean, because like if I'm buying a nice bottle for someone or for the house, I have one brand that I like that's like maybe 35 that I'll do that tastes really good and nice. But then comparatively, if you're going to a restaurant, how much are you spending at a
Right.
restaurant?
Yeah.
Even then, I'll get a bottle to share with friends, but I'm not getting the expensive bottle, but
Yeah.
it's still going to be more expensive than what I would have paid for it.
Yeah.
Also,
But then I'm splitting it with them. Then we splitting the wine and the bill. So,
yeah, which
yeah.
makes a difference. I'll get an expensive bottle if we're splitting it.
Yeah.
You know, but did you know that when you're at a restaurant and you order a bottle of wine, you know, they come and they open it, they pour a little bit, and you like pretend to do all the things
The
and you taste
sommelier
it.
stuff?
Yeah. And they're asking you like how it is. Like you're answering to like make sure that the bottle itself is good, not if you personally like it. Like even if you don't personally like the bottle, the waiter's like, well, you already opened it, like it's already yours. Like sorry, they're more so making sure that it's not like spoiled or sour.
So how did you find this out? Did you?
I
order-
actually found this out once because I was at dinner, and I even if I don't like it, I will say this is great, thank you so much. Like that's just I'm not going to be the person that sends something back. And I was at, and somebody told me like at the table, they're like, you know, they're not asking like if you like it like as a preference. They're asking if the bottle's like spoiled. And I was like, oh, regardless, my answer is the same.
Yeah. I don't know if I could tell if it was spoiled or not. Maybe I've never had like
Spoiled wine.
obviously spoiled wine or anything
Right.
like that.
I think
Yeah.
we would. I mean, I've never smelled it either.
I have
but
to assume you would know. Like if you
Yeah.
taste it and you're like, oh, you know, but more of like a spoiled versus like a, this is not what I wanted. But
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I've never sent one back, but I assumed
Yeah.
you asked me, are you okay with your choice? Or
Right.
would you like another one?
that's what I thought. But
Would a bottle of spoiled wine still get me intoxicated?
Then
Great
I'm
question.
drinking it.
then I keep it. Sahir,
And
have
now
you ever
I'm not paying for it.
have you ever had wine?
Don't incriminate this underage
Oh, you're right.
person
Well,
sitting
the
next to
answer
us.
is no. So I would not.
Wow, Anna is
Incriminate
judging.
No, he's following the rules, and that's good.
I am
We'll get you some priceless wine when you turn 21.
perfect. I'll be back.
Anna will.
We'll all go in on it together. We're gonna split it. We just said we would get a nice bottle if we split it. And you got us the bottle that Taylor Swift was drinking.
Oh,
that
the
one
rosé.
time.
The rosé. I did see that on my. I haven't opened it. I did see
You
that.
haven't?
Oh, I did.
Oh, I drank that so fast.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. What was it called? It was called
Was it like angel something?
No.
I was about to say angel hair. That's not it.
something.
It was just for context when Jack Antonoff posted about the night that Taylor and him wrote "You're Losing Me," and there was a picture of like her, and there was a bottle of wine on the counter.
And almonds.
Yeah. And Nick found the bottle of wine at like the Total Wine, and it was like a $20 bottle of wine or
If
something,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that much, but I do remember going and I couldn't find it on the shelf, so I asked someone, and the clerk rolled her eyes at me, and she was like, "Are you here because Taylor Swift the bottle of wine on the Instagram post or something?" I was like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, give me
And
four,
she
please.
was like, "Yeah, I think I have something." And she came back and she gave me like one, and then she walked away in a huff. But I could see online it said they have plenty. And so I asked someone else, and they went back and got the rest of it.
You asked someone who wasn't a hater. Did they give you the same response, or,
No,
or they
that guy
were?
was just fine. He was
Yeah.
very nice. Gaslighter wine is what it was called.
Oh
Gaslighter.
yeah, because we were like, ooh,
Yeah.
That's
you're
on
losing
brand.
me.
Yeah, Gaslighter.
Oh, that says so much.
Yeah.
So Taylor continues in this. This is when we hit the chorus. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
And
I can't
that's
tell if
where-
this is like a positive. Is this
No.
a good thing? Is this a bad thing?
So I was listening to this morning and I was like, this isn't good, guys. This is sad. This is a sad moment where she's begging and she's so unsure. Like, the more you say, the less I know. That's not a good thing. I don't think so. The way I was listening to it this morning, and then please marry me or take me forever.
Yeah.
And she's just unsure about it.
Yeah, and I also think that, I mean, the word choice of wreck, you know, like wreck my plans, but also it's like, I mean, we get into like the imagery of like a shipwreck, right? Like that's ultimately what we're leading up to at the end of the album.
But people are torn back and forth on if this is a good thing
Right.
or a bad thing, because wreck my plan could be like the way you move is like a full-on rainstorm and I'm a house of cards,
Yeah.
or I would fall from grace just to touch your face. Like I have this carefully arranged life, but I'm not truly living, so mess up my life.
Yeah.
But
No, I get
there
that.
is a lot of negativity in this too, that someone's it's not clear.
Unless, I mean, I guess it kind of, context matters, right? Because wherever you stray, I follow could also parallel to lover. Like, can I go where you go? And I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans, that's my man. Like, yeah, you could take that as like, I'm begging you to take my hand, like, please just like hold my hand. Or it could also be like, I'm begging you to take my hand and save me from whatever it is that I'm in, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you are in this despair of, you know, COVID isolation and stuff, and you're just begging for someone to grab your hand and pull you out of it, like I feel like just context in itself.
That's true.
Yeah. So that is another interpretation of it is I'm begging for you to take my hand. In this scenario, this is a toxic relationship where they
Yeah.
talk a lot, argue, maybe even someone gaslights you into an argument, and you don't know anything anymore, and you're like, wait, what happened? He goes away again and again, but she follows him, begging him to take her back. And then with the wreck my plans, she had other plans with her life, but maybe even worships him to the point of forgetting her own plans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm kind of getting this. Like you said, toxic. She's saying like, I kind of have my own version of what I want to do, but I'll change that all for you. If you wreck my plans, I'll change what I want to do as long as you're in my life. If that keeps you here, I'll change it.
Yeah, because again, she did say that the song is about the complexity of wanting someone, right? Like all the different aspects of them, whether it's good or bad.
And then in the next line, she says, life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. So like, I had a life going on, but then you came along and now I'm leaning towards whatever you want to do, how you want to live life. Maybe not how I want to live life, but I'll live life if that means you're still in it with me.
And it's also interesting because, so willow trees, they have like long branches. They do like sway, like bend with the wind, as you will. But it's also interesting, like to take that imagery, but to know that the more quote unquote famous willow is a weeping willow, you know, like that in itself is sad context.
Yeah.
And a willow could symbolize human capability to withstand hardship, loss, difficult emotions. But her willow is being bent, and her ability to withstand those difficulties are bent. But if you're bending for somebody, is that a good thing?
I know.
Is that
Yeah.
changing? Is that settling? Is that becoming the person? Yeah. Is that becoming the person that you want me to be instead
Right.
of who I should be?
It's kind of like both. It's like, yeah, you're bending, but it's at the same time, like a weeping willow is something that's so beautiful, you know? Also, weeping willows, did you guys see this? Weeping willows are also called the Salix babylonica. which is also a parallel to Cowboy Like Me
Yes, it is.
with the Gardens of Babylon reference.
Yeah.
That's just so fun.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's so crazy.
Was there a Willow in Pocahontas? For some reason, I'm
Um,
thinking of a Willow.
I have not seen that movie in quite some time.
No, I don't know why that just popped
my,
in my head.
My mom didn't let me watch that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How come?
Really, a lot of the Disney movies, if there was like the New Age was a no-no, the witches were a no-no. My mom was.
And look at you now.
I know.
I think what you're thinking of, Nick, is
Yeah.
not a Disney movie per se, but maybe the Mean music video. Because in Taylor Swift's Mean music video, there was an Easter egg. Someone noticed Willow appearing in the background of the Mean music video around the 56-second mark. And in both of those videos, she's wearing lace dresses linking the two. So did she foreshadow that?
Huh.
Definitely intentional.
Or I'm thinking of Grandmother Willow from Pocahontas.
Oh, there you
was
go.
a Willow.
There
Yeah,
you
all right.
go.
Okay, Taylor Swift continues. So she just said, life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in.
Why is he sneaking in? Why is someone sneaking into your bed?
I think it's actually more like in her dreams. He's like sneaking into like her dreams. Of,
Yeah.
like, she's about to fall asleep and she knows that like in her head they have this perfect life together. So she's ready to like run away with him, but then she'll like have to wake up eventually from that.
Also, there was an obsession. If she's willing to bend to his will, like that, she's thinking of him day and night. Like there's this serious.
Even in her dreams.
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
thinking of him.
Yeah, the thought of him.
Or if this isn't a love song, they were in each other's bed all the time, but he wasn't in hers. He would disappear for weeks after he left, wouldn't hear a word from him, like he was a mythical thing. And a trophy to be won that I didn't have.
Wow.
This person said, I would intentionally post Instagram stories that I knew would get him to talk to me. That's how it was a prize to cheat to win. And this is just an interpretation of the song, not like something personally that someone had done, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at her music, but that does make sense.
But that's part of what makes it so great.
So, Lacey, you just recapped a lot of these next lines. As if you were a mythical thing, like you were a trophy or a champion ring. And if there was one prize, I'd cheat to win.
Can I just say, invisible iron rod, like champion ring?
Oh, to Travis?
Yeah.
I know.
Like they're
Iron
so,
rod. I like how you said that.
They're like it because it's no longer just a string. A string is too like delicate of a word to describe the parallels between them. But like, who else is winning a champion ring?
3 times, might I say.
Exactly. Like, I just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Which is also like, I mean, unintentional, of course, but you know, when we look back on it and she was in this relationship, this long-term relationship where she truly convinced herself this was my partner, and it was someone that didn't show her off, right? And so now she's saying like you were a trophy or champion ring, that those are things you show off, right? Those are prizes, those are flashy like things that you're proud of. She's like, but there was one prize I'd cheat to win. Like I would do anything to have you because I would treat you like the prize that you are, even though she wasn't being treated that way. And then you look at her now with Travis Kelce, someone who like amplifies her light in every single aspect, whether it's professionally or personally, you know? And so, truly invisible iron rod between those two. But I also think it's funny for her to use that imagery when like maybe that is kind of what she wanted all along. Like she wanted someone to hype her up, and that's not what she had at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And an original breakdown, like at the time when this album came out in real time, we thought that could be a literal reference to cheating because was it Calvin Harris or Tom Hiddleston she was with at the Met Gala when she met
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston?
Well, she was with Calvin Harris.
I thought,
But then she started dancing with her hands tied with Tom Hiddleston.
Right.
And then Tom Hiddleston was kind of like the getaway car for a minute. And then after that ended,
Then
Joe
came
came around.
Yeah.
Which she met Joe at the Met Gala that night, the same night she met Tom Hiddleston, if I'm having my timeline correct.
Yeah, hair buzz cut and my hair bleached.
There you
That
go.
Met Gala is like a day for Swiftie lore.
Oh, yeah. It's Swiftery.
Yeah.
And then Taylor jumps into the chorus here. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
Oh, also, do you guys remember the first time, and this was also an Easter egg, when Folklore Long Pond Sessions came out, there was a merch drop that happened, and the code for the merch drop was wreck my plans. That was the code. And I remember getting that email from Taylor Nation. I remember I was in Galveston. And I got the email, and the code was wreck my plans. And typically, like, the codes are lyrics or nods to something. And I was like, what is that? Like, that's not a lyric.
It's the future.
And I was like, I think at that point, I thought it was going to be like another bonus track on Folklore, you know, but it was Evermore. That's crazy.
Maybe,
You know-
like, it could have been like alluding to like cancel my plans just in case you call, but still, that's a very
Wreck my plans.
interesting way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fans pointed out the way that she says, "That's my man." They say it sounds like "bless my soul," and I think he knows. She has the same kind of.
Bless my soul. That's my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I could hear that.
I can hear that. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow.
Hello.
One more time.
Hello.
Thank you.
I have it written out like that. So
How did you spell that?
I have it as hollow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hello. They're like put little accents on the O's. Yeah, so I feel like in this, she's trying to almost convince him to get on her train, right? Like, you know that my train can take you home. Like, hey, hop aboard, come with me. Don't take the night train for a reason, if you will.
I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. To the bridge. Gosh, I keep.
To the bridge.
Gotta pull that audio.
I know, I gotta pull something. Okay. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. They count me out time and time again, which can just be applied to her entire career.
Oh, yeah.
They count me out time and time again. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind, but I come back stronger than a 90s trend. What a line.
I know.
And again, I feel like every one of her songs has some sort of iconic phrase or line or something.
That's
but
this
I come back
one.
stronger as a 90s trend.
Yeah.
What an incredible way to say something. And now, of course, Swifties just love that phrase.
It's a power lyric.
It is.
Oh yeah, and that was her bio. Like when the album came out, on her bio it said, "I come back stronger than a '90s trend." And then also I found that like at the time, like a lot of fashion magazines were saying that the '90s made their strongest comeback in 2020. And can you guess the item from '90s clothing that was like ranked as like the top like comeback
Ooh,
item?
cardigan?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it's one of the '90s fashion staples that made a comeback in 2020 was a cardigan.
Nice.
Whoa.
I didn't know that was a fashion staple then, but that was just a really good guess.
It was a good
Yeah, it was
guess.
a great guess. It was a correct guess.
It's like, it has to be something we would know.
I'm trying to think of what other 90s trends there are.
I mean,
Doc Martens,
Yeah.
Jinko jeans.
yeah.
I mean, really flannels.
Wide
I mean, that
Flannels,
was
yeah.
like the grunge look, but
Flannels,
Yeah.
and even like hairstyles, like with little braids and beads in your
I
hair.
feel like Travis has a 90s hairstyle right now.
he does.
Oh, he looks so good.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I'm so happy for her.
90s trends. I can think of Beanie Babies and Tamagotchis
You
and
stop
Furbies.
that.
I sang Alanis Morissette at karaoke a couple weeks
Oh, how
ago.
fun.
that's fun.
That's really fun.
Yeah, because I can't sing, as y'all know. So I could only scream or go for something in a low register. So Alanis Morissette is it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Frosted Tips.
Well,
Think
that's
those
why
will
I
come
thought
back?
you look like Zach Morris.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I know you don't have frosted tips. It's like the natural highlights your
Oh,
hair
okay.
has.
Those natural highlights are gray.
Hey, you work it.
Okay, let's continue with Taylor Allison Swift. Wait for the signal and I'll meet you after dark.
Sound of midnight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, true.
Oh, I just hear it from the Eras tour.
Yeah, I can't unhear that.
I can't
anymore.
unhear it. Yeah.
I also think like this marks like a very big turning point in the song because she's like, but I come back stronger than a 90s trend. I'm no longer going to wait for you to get on my train or for you to take me. Now it's like, wait for the signal and I'll meet you. You can wait for me. Like, this is under my control now. I'm running the ship.
I love that.
Show me the places where the others gave you scars. It's quite a vulnerable thing to ask someone.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
really getting very personal and deep with someone where it's like, how have you been hurt?
Yeah. But it's also parallel to you drew stars around my scars, right? It's like you helped me, let me help you.
Yeah. You're taking the negative things from the past and turning them around, making them a little positive. Now this is an open shut case. I guess I should have known from the look on your face. Every bait and switch was a work of art.
Ugh. And I love that too, because I saw the callback to Taylor had referenced back in 2019, Taylor described Reputation as a bait and switch because she said the 1-2 punch, the bait and switch of Reputation is that it's actually a love story. It was a love story in amongst chaos. All the weaponized sort of metallic battle anthems were what was going on the outside. That was the battle raging on that I could see from the windows, and then there was all the things that was happening inside my world, my newly quiet, cozy world that was happening on my own terms for the first time.
And that's why I don't want to hate on Joe too much, because he really was a sanctuary for her when she needed it.
Absolutely.
For a short time. It just wasn't a forever relationship.
Right, absolutely. And I totally agree with you. And like you go back to like you listen to Reputation and it is a love story, their love story on how he helped her during that time. I think it just ultimately, I think it got to the point where she had wanted it so bad to be her forever and it just wasn't.
Yeah.
But you know what they say, like if some people are there for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I
Yeah.
feel like he was there for a reason.
Yeah.
And also
A season.
but yeah, I mean, Reputation being the, era where we hear about Joe, for her to say like every bait and switch was a work of art, I feel like that's kind of just like, it could be a reference to that, or she just likes the phrase.
Yeah.
I also saw Aristocrat Lady on Reddit said, every bait and switch was a work of art, makes them think about how each of her relationships shaped the album she created.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
And we go back to the chorus now. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. What is it?
Hello.
Thank you. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. And then she kind of sings
That's my man.
this a little bit over and over.
Yeah.
That's my man.
Yeah, and then she
Hey,
kind of,
that's my man.
in a pretty way, sings those lines a couple times, and then the song ends.
Well, someone pointed out that That's My Man at the ending, when she keeps repeating it, it sounds like she's going through different stages of emotion with every That's My Man. Like the way she sounds, she feels sad, and then as the song gets nearer to the end, it becomes more up-tempo, which makes her trying to convince herself that like this is the man for her.
I think sometimes when she sings it, it sounds like happy or proud. Like, yeah, that's my man. I don't know.
It reminds me of the clip that Izzy sent us where he said the bridge 25 million times. That's my man.
Bridge.
That's
The
my
bridge.
man.
The bridge.
Does anyone want to guess
That's
how many
my
times
man.
she says that's my man?
In this song, I'm going to,
13.
Yes, a fun
of course.
little fact.
I love that. I want to talk about, this is an old interpretation, but like, or an original interpretation, I guess, from the moment that this was actually released. But we can't forget the good that there was in the relationship between Taylor and Joe. But someone wrote up that the video is a gorgeous story of Taylor and Joe. They said, first of all, the invisible string, because she does have that gold string, how fate tied her and Joe together. It opens up by diving into the piano again. She's always immersed herself into music as an escape. Then in the reflection of the water, she sees a vision of love in her future and her diving in after it, because she always believed and chased after dreams / visions of love. Pause on this. She dove in the Willow music video. I wonder, is that an Easter egg for her diving into the stage on the Eras tour?
Is she using the piano from Willow during the surprise songs? No?
Isn't that like what she's in Evermore?
Maybe so.
It's like the one from the
Cardigan.
Cardigan music video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She like
okay.
comes out of the piano
Yeah.
in the music
Uh-huh.
video.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess I'd have to check the timeline on when she probably started planning the tour, because it was
not.
after this, right?
It would not be during the pandemic, I would imagine. That was
Yeah.
okay. But back to the music video. Then young friends playing together, referencing her song 7, and It's Nice to Have a Friend, which shows that the best foundation for love is a strong best friendship. Then going into the glass case to play music and perform, entertain everybody else, because being famous is under the world's magnifying glass. And then while she's in it, she looks out and sees regular couples and groups of friends living their normal lives outside of the glass box. So seeing her man and this chance for love, but the door to exit the glass case is boarded up because she's so famous and can't go back to a regular unknown life. But she finds her Wonderland tunnel, goes down it, follows it out, blending among regular people to go to her man, just like Joe and her used to do. And finding the dancers who are moving without restraints or hesitation, no one watching anymore, faceless, and joining them, because she's finally able to be footloose and carefree in her own movement without the whole world watching her every move. And then finally wandering back to her home, her man's there now and meeting her halfway because of their partnership. And then they walk out into the daylight together. And yeah, is this also tying back to the daylight coming from Lover, that she is ready to enter into the daylight? Is that just a subtle reference that, yeah, I'm going into the daylight now. I've been in the daylight for a little bit. So just interesting to think about.
Oh, for
Absolutely.
sure. I pulled up the music video on YouTube because I wanted to read the comments. And one of the comments says, I'm still trying to memorize the lyrics from Folklore, and Taylor just gave me more homework.
It's true. It's a lot. It can be a lot sometimes.
It can.
I'm curious to know, I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but I really like this analogy that I've seen kind of online, is that Folklore and Evermore, yes, they're sisters. They took English 1, 2, and 3 together. But then maybe this is more applicable for me because this came out like right when I started high school. Oh my God. It came out before I started high school. Whoa. I'm going to quickly move over that. But for like senior year, Evermore took creative writing and Folklore took like AP Lit. And like you can tell that in like their writing styles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like even with the music videos like Cardigan going into Willow, I feel like that's kind of apparent.
Yeah, definitely.
How
That's
cool.
I like that. That's really cute.
And it's a very like high school reference that Taylor would love.
Oh,
She totally.
Yeah, she would love a good high school reference. Well, I think that does it for Willow. Guys, I love being in Evermore.
Me
This is
too.
this is wonderful. What a
know.
great feeling. Is everyone
Yeah.
comfortable and cozy?
I know, my heart is so warm.
Yeah, it's great.
Amy?
Yeah, totally.
I'm very glad to be here, and I'm very glad because I know that some fan favorite songs aren't on my radar, and I don't know why. So I'll be very happy to get into them because it's not that I don't like them. They're just not my
heavy
favorite
hitters.
songs. Yeah. But I know that I'm the odd man out on that one. So I'm excited to get into it and to listen fully to Evermore. I mean, now I'm in my Evermore era.
Oh, yeah,
now
definitely.
I'm going to be in this hardcore, but I'm excited to learn. I'm excited to figure all of this out with y'all.
Yeah, and I know it took us a long time to get here, but I do think it's kind of fun to reflect back on what it was like back then, you know, and kind of like, and to know where Taylor's at now, to kind of like compare and contrast, kind of like we were saying, like the invisible rod and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think that's another added element to our breakdowns, which is a benefit of taking forever.
But it is crazy looking back at that time simply because of the pandemic and
Oh, yeah.
remembering how scary and iffy everything was.
Absolutely.
And we didn't know if there was going to be a comeback, if this was our life moving forward or not. And luckily it's not. The world came back stronger than a 90s trend, y'all.
Yeah,
Thanks to the Eras tour.
for
My
real.
bad.
Thanks to the Eras tour.
You can join us over in the Lobster Lounge, station.page/13. Tell us your thoughts about as we're getting into our Evermore era. Tell us what song you're excited to hear us break down. Tell us what you think of our rankings. We just did our initial rankings to welcome us into this era. So join us over in the Lobster Lounge, station.page/13, where you can just share all your thoughts on this new era as we enter into it, and tell us all the scoop on Taylor Swift. She's been out and about. She's up to things. What do you think it is?
Well, that does it for this episode of 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to us on right now. And all the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Now, be sure to come back and join us on the next episode, because we are going to be breaking down a little collaboration between Taylor Swift and William Bowery. We're going to be breaking down the fan favorite, Champagne Problems.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.